Ladies and gentlemen, if I can have your attention for a moment, please. You're all very welcome here today. Before the ceremony commences, and for your safety and comfort, I would like to bring the following information to your attention. There are 7 exits in this auditorium, 3 emergency exits at the rear of the auditorium, and 4 exits at the front. In the unlikely event of an emergency, please proceed directly and calmly to the exit nearest to you. The use of lifts is not permitted during an emergency evacuation. Once outside the building, you are asked to proceed to Assembly Point G at the corner of the green area outside the auditorium. This assembly point is marked by green signage. We kindly request that you remain in your seats for the duration of this ceremony. Should you require to leave your seat, please use the exit nearest to you. Please note that smoking or vaping is not permitted in any area inside the college. In preparation for the ceremony, I would ask you to please turn off your mobile phones now. As this event will be live streamed and photographed, we kindly request you to refrain from talking during the ceremony. If you could all now please stand for the graduand procession. please remain standing for the graduand procession. Thank you.
Please be seated. Iana Erica, Agrina Uishla, Foil to Rive, Gudi and Sharman Shaw in a run for Dov Octany or Didakish, a Rave Kemaho and Kalashta. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this graduation ceremony at which third-level awards will be conferred on graduates of Griffith College, Dublin. I'm also delighted to welcome graduates and their guests who are not in a position to attend in person and who are joining us today online. Our panel members include Professor Diarmuid Hegarty, President of Griffith College, Dr. Maria Hinfelar, Chair of the College's Academic and Professional Council, Ronan Fenlon and Kevin Gagan, Directors of Griffith College, Tanya Doyle, Karen Casey, Karen Sutton, Heads of Faculty, along with Programme Directors and Faculty Lecturers involved in the delivery of the College's programmes. I'd also like to welcome a number of our guests here today. From Education, from Rehab, Brian Conway, Corporate Engagement Manager, and Louise Sherwin. From Education, Eddie Fox, Principal of Griffith Barracks Multi-Denominational School, William Fitzpatrick, Member of the College's CCS Training, Ray Tellers, Principal of Bray Institute of Further Education, and Isabelle Tourive, Coordinator of International Programmes in ICOF in Lyon. I'd also like to welcome Gemma Cray, Harman Murta, Patrick White and Robert O'Mahony, friends and colleagues of the College in business and in film. And I would also like to welcome Joe Duffy, Distinguished Fellowship Award recipient later, and his colleagues Megan O'Sullivan and Martine O'Sullivan. I'm Dr. Tomás McGuckagon, the College's Director of Academic Programmes, and I'm delighted at the pleasure of being your MC for this graduation ceremony. Contúsa Cor leis na Himachtaí, Iarmanisir an Talamh Diarmuid Hegarty, Uachtarán Coláiste Gréafa, Leabhartaling, ar Ceann an Coláiste. I would like to begin the proceedings by inviting Professor Diarmuid Hegarty, President of Griffith College, to deliver a conferring address.
Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, and your friends and relations joining us online. Graduates, for you today is a day of harvest on which the seed tentatively sown by you comes to full flower. The growth period was not always easy. There were times when green fingers of family, partners, and friends tenderly nurtured this growth. They shared your trials and tribulations, prepared meals for you, and so readily accepted the stress you were so relieved to pass on. Now, in the time-honored tradition of Griffith College, I'm going to ask the parents, partners, family, and friends to stay seated while you, the graduates, stand up. I would ask you to turn to your parents, relatives, family, and friends behind you and express thanks for the support you have received over the years by acclamation, applause, or however you like. And let me not forget the key line, I forgot another ceremony, you may now sit down. I don't mean to take away from your achievements as students. This is your day. So treasure this special moment. It will live in your memory for many years to come. An academic award is not an entitlement of rank or class. It's earned through many hours of mental toil and diligent application. So no one can take this from you. Wear your gowns with pride and hold your qualification in the high esteem it deserves. Today, you are becoming part of a thriving Griffith community that reaches far beyond these walls. You will form connections with classmates, lecturers, mentors, and others in the college who shall go with you wherever life leads. Treasure these relationships. They are your source of strength, guidance, and inspiration that will support you in moments of doubt, celebrate your triumphs, and remind you of your true self. As President of the College, you would wish me to acknowledge the contribution to your success of my colleagues as members of boards, lecturers, administrators, librarians, and faculty members. I'm delighted to welcome Joe Duffy, the recipient of our Distinguished Fellowship Award today, in recognition of his unwavering commitment to giving voice to the unheard. I also welcome our distinguished guests named by Thomas. We graduate this month a truly international group of graduates and welcome their friends, relations, and families. And I wish to congratulate them and welcome their families in their own language. Well, we'll start with English. The English-speaking students, congratulations. Welcome to your families and friends. Miklena Heran, Kogordish, Folterov, were Jaglik August Corda. Estudantes portugueses y brasileños, parabéns. Bienvenidos a sus familias y amigos. Pakistani Talabalmul. Apko bohat mokarho. Apke karwanung or apke ke dostun ko kushamdid. MAPRD. How far? How are you day? Congratulations and welcome to your families and friends. And for you studies, no wahala. Ukraiński studenty, witajmy. Laskawo prosimo rodini ta drugów. Ruski studenty, pozdrawiam, dobro zalewać waszym semjam I drusom. Turk orentjela, tebiklash. Si eilinits ve arkadas ranits hos galanich. We can't ignore the digital age shaping your world. Social media connects us with family and friends across continents and informs us and also distracts us. But remember, technology is not a tool, is a tool and not a trophy. It's easy to confuse likes with approval, of followers with validation. But fulfillment comes from being present, valuing substance over spectacle, and choosing connection over comparison. Success isn't measured in hashtags or follower accounts. It's built on trust, integrity, and the difference you make. So as you scroll through life, remember your most valuable connections aren't online. They're right beside you today. Keep them close. Endorse each other not just on LinkedIn, but in life. And remember also that minds are like parachutes, functioning best when opened. And let no one trump this insight. Now more than ever, the world needs independent thinkers. People who don't simply echo the loudest voice, but question, reflect, and seek truth for themselves. You can always turn to your family and friends, your teachers, your community, and mentors when you need a reality check. Our world needs graduates ready not only for the workforce, but for life with qualities that matter: collaboration, communication, critical thinking, adaptability, and emotional intelligence, to enable them to listen deeply, speak with clarity, reconcile differences with respect and empathy, and these are your superpowers by which you will relate to people with wisdom and care. When a thoughtful word or listening ear can make all the difference, sometimes more than technical expertise. Don't hesitate to set your sights on the pinnacle of your profession. Your standards are set by your fellow alumni, who this year took 5th and 12th place in the world for ACCA from among 542,000 students worldwide. I repeat that, from 500,000 students worldwide. Took 5th and 12th place. As ever, we have every reason to be proud of our journalism and media communications alumni. Winning IMRO News Reporter of the Year. Appointment for one of our alumni, appointment as Managing Director of RTA Radio 1. Or for a Best Literary Review Paper for a PhD. Our graduates continue to excel in the National Student Media Awards with 7 category nominations and 3 Student Journalism winners for Society Publication of the Year, Journalism in Relation to Health, and Journalism of the Year in National Media. Our creative arts and screen media graduates produced outstanding film and photographic work, showcased at the Dublin and Cork International Film Festivals, at the Lighthouse Cinema, and here on campus during Creation Week. In Japan, they collaborated with Hakuromo University in Osaka in creating a remarkable film project. In photography, we congratulate the winner of the year-long mentorship with Photo Museum Ireland, and 2 graduates chosen for Source Photographic Reviews Graduate Photography Online 2025, whom Tanya will name. This is the 21st year the Leinster School of Music and Drama's Excellence Award. This was established in 2004 to mark the school's centenary year. In W.B. Yeats' words, education is not the filling of a pail, but the lighting of a fire. And the driving force behind our teaching and learning program is to kindle a fire of curiosity in learners. We are particularly proud, on behalf of Karen Sutton and the Law Faculty, to once again win the Operational Excellence Award in 3rd level education category at the Operational Excellence Awards for the 3rd year running. The Instance Project also won the Pro Bono Publico Community Law Firm of the Year Award at the LEAP Irish Law Awards 2025. We're very sad to record the death last Sunday of Frank Cummey, who many of you know was a stellar supporter of legal executives and law students. Indeed, later today, we present the Frank Cummey Cup to the best performing legal executive student. This year, our design faculty is celebrating outstanding achievements by graduates. A BA in Graphic Communication Design student has been selected for the prestigious ICAD Upstarts Program 2025. A BA Interior Architect student was highly commended in the Universal Design category at the IDI Awards for her project Creative Connections. And 3 BA Honours Graphics Communication graduates have been accepted into the International Society of Typographical Designers. But remember, we are just birds of passage. As the Native Americans put it, we do not inherit the earth from our ancestors. We borrow it from our children. And as you step into this world of boundless potential, remember the words of Mahatma Gandhi: you must be the change you want to see in the world. The power to effect change lies within each of you. Also, remember the use of technology must also reflect the values of our society. To achieve this, proper regulation of social media will be a critical requirement to cultivate a civil public sphere, where democratic politics and responsible business can thrive. Government will need to regulate and facilitate platform owners taking responsibility for the content they host, because they are the ones profiting from it. And those of you whose family circumstances warranted an entitlement to means-tested SUSI grants are entitled to ask why the civil service denied them, deliberately disregarding the recommendation to grant of the Oireachtas Education Committee on Education. Disabled students should also ask why disability support is not automatic in the case of public sector students, as in the case of public sector students, and does disability in itself not create a right for unqualified support? I want you to envisage the years when you will be the ones making the key decisions, the ones influencing the course of history. Across Ireland, from Africa to Asia, from the Middle East to Latin America, Griffith graduates are redefining what leadership looks like in technology, health, government, business, creativity, and community. Our alumni include the former and current Irish Minister for Justice, Irish Minister for Education and Youth, Irish Minister of State for Department of Health and Housing, Managing Partner KPMG Ireland, CEO Citibank, Chief Financial Officer Ryanair, designer of cabin staff uniforms for Ryanair, first female jockey to win the Grand National, Dublin Chamber's youngest ever president, international rugby player playing for Ireland in the World Cup, Irish best-selling author, site operations manager, Microsoft Data Centres, Europe, Middle East and Africa region, government press secretary for Ireland, festival founder and director of Dublin Arabic Film Festival, assistant director, government audit officer, Uganda, clinical research leader, Biopharma Eli Lilly, costume technologist for Netflix, senior program manager, Google, Europe, Middle East and Africa, solutions architect, Amazon Middle East, growth marketing manager, Meta, Europe, Middle East and Africa, producer in Al Jazeera, global clinical trial associate, Roche, Switzerland, and national policy advisor, Pakistan. So I mentioned these as a range of high-level posts held by our graduates, not just in Ireland, but throughout the world. You are joining a group of distinguished alumni, and I hope you look forward to the challenge. But we must match your success with a future in which you will be proud to call yourselves a Griffith graduate. Nothing is achieved without stress and strain. When you get to my age, you greatly value diminishing capacity of memory. I recall the memory difficulties of a colleague who sat in a restaurant with his wife, trying to recall the name of the restaurant where they'd eaten the previous week. He called over the waitress and asked her, "Tell me the name of a flower." To which she responded, "Rose." He said, "No." She said, "Tulip." He said, "No." And she said, "Lily." And he said, "Ah, yes, that's it," he said. He turned to his wife and said, "Lily, what was the name of the restaurant in which we ate last week?" From this, I hope you will all understand the stresses and strains undergone by students and lecturers at exam time. And to all graduates, may I express the hope that over your period with us, Griffith College will have found a place in your heart as you have in ours. I want you to know you're always welcome on campus, socially, educationally, or just to show off the new BMW. Graduates, as you go forth with your parchments and the promise they hold, let us recall the words of Seamus Heaney, Nobel laureate and former recipient of our Distinguished Fellowship Award. Once in a lifetime, hope and history rhyme. May your learning and leadership help to make that rhyme a reality. May I conclude by congratulating you again on your success, and by wishing you may harness the knowledge and experience you've acquired here in Griffith College to achieve what you richly deserve, a successful and fulfilling career.
President, it is the wish of the College to confer a Distinguished Fellowship Award and to present Mr. Joe Duffy with the Griffith College Distinguished Fellowship Award. I invite Joe Duffy to join us on the podium. Today, we gather to pay tribute to Joe Duffy, broadcaster, listener, and unwavering advocate for social justice on his outstanding career and lifelong contribution to Irish society. Joe Duffy is a household name in Ireland. As the presenter of RTE Radio's One's Liveline programme for 27 years, with hundreds of thousands of daily listeners, he provided a respected and empathetic space for people in Ireland to have their voices heard and for social issues to be addressed and advanced. His invitation to everyone was clear. All we had to do was talk to Joe. Before we talk to Joe today, or let Joe talk to us, I'd like to take this opportunity to talk a little bit about Joe. Joe was born in Dublin in Mountjoy Square in 1956 and raised in Ballyfermot, a working class suburb and one of the largest of its time in Europe with over 30,000 people. Life was tougher in those early days and opportunities were fewer, with challenges of poverty, unemployment and illiteracy. From his early years, Joe recognised and valued the power of education to transform people's life opportunities for the better. He knew he needed a good education to get on. He showed this dedication early in spending a lot of after-school time in his local library in Drumfin Avenue. During his leaving certificate years, he stayed back in school to study after classes ended, returning again after tea until 9:30 p.m. He also completed evening courses in printing and advertising while he was working with arts advertising before going to university. Joe holds an honours degree in economics and social science from Trinity College, a certificate in qualification in social work entitling him to a master's degree, and is a qualified family therapist. These are huge achievements for anyone. For a young man from Ballyfermot, they were truly remarkable, given that at the time, students from Ballyfermot were 44 times less likely to go to university than those from Mount Merion, another part of Dublin sharing the same bus route. Joe questioned how this injustice could prevail in such a small city. Despite being one of at most 3 of his class of 50 from secondary school who went on to third-level education, he knew that the others were equally able, and he deplored the opportunities lost to them by not having the same educational opportunity. While in Trinity, Joe led the campaign to open the college to the wider community, challenging and dismantling the perception of exclusivity it held. For Joe, the university had to be for everyone. The gates, campus, and courses had to be open for all Dubliners to enter and participate in, not just to pass by. As president of the Trinity College's Students' Union and as president of the Union of Students of Ireland, Joe was fearless on behalf of students' interests. He was a natural and gifted orator with powerful arguments for change and was supported by a wonderful team of like-minded friends, managers and coordinators with a social conscience capable of taking on and changing the world. In both roles, he demonstrated what would become the defining qualities of his life: integrity, persistence, and a deep belief in the dignity of every person. When he and others led marches of thousands of students in Dublin or occupied buildings to protest over students' rights and social justice, he did so not for attention, but out of conviction and the need for change. That principle even led him to Mountjoy Prison for a short time. Thanks to Joe and his colleagues, Irish third-level institutions became more open, accessible, and inclusive. After graduating, Joe began working as a social worker and probation officer in Dublin. In that role, he saw it firsthand and supported the struggles of families, young people, and communities navigating poverty, addiction, exclusion, and bureaucracy. Joe's broadcasting career began in 1989 when he joined RTE, the Irish state broadcaster, initially on a 12-week producer's training course with no guarantee of a job on completion. Within a year, Joe became a producer on The Gay Byrne Show, one of Ireland's most beloved radio programmes. This provided a wonderful opportunity for Joe to learn from the maestro and to develop the rigour, empathy and listening skills he already possessed in abundance. As a reporter, he also brought The Gay Byrne Show to environments previously overlooked by mainstream media, such as social communities and prisons. Over time, Joe moved from producing to presenting, and in 1999 he took the helm of Liveline on RTE Radio 1. This was a turning point, not only in his career, but in Irish broadcasting itself. Under Joe's stewardship, Liveline became a daily ritual of natural conversation. From Monday to Friday, just after the lunchtime news, the phone lines opened and Ireland began to talk. With his distinctive blend of empathy, humour and rigour, he created a space where people could hold institutions to account and where stories of private pain could illuminate public wrongs, reminding us that behind every headline is a human story. During the financial collapse of 2008, public health scandals, the COVID-19 pandemic, and other times of national tragedy, Liveline offered solace and scrutiny alike. Joe's simple request, "Talk to Joe," became a call of collective support and endeavour. When people's voices shook the airwaves, governments listened. One former Taoiseach reflected that many afternoons began with an anxious question: what's on Liveline today? A testament to the show being a barometer of the public conscience and its extraordinary influence on public life. Joe's broadcasting career extended beyond radio, for example to TV, where he hosted the popular Meaning of Life series, enabling a variety of Irish and international guests to reflect on and share their deeper feelings about life, spirituality, and purpose. For many years during his career, Joe also worked as a weekly columnist for several national newspapers, including The Star, Ireland on Sunday, and the Irish Mail on Sunday, as well as also contributing to other publications. He has authored books, including an autobiography in 2011, and both Children of the Rising and Children of the Troubles, which tell the previously untold stories of the young children whose lives were lost violently during the week of the 1916 Rising and during the decades of conflict in Northern Ireland. Throughout his career, Joe has been recognised with many different awards, such as a Jacobs Radio Award for broadcasting, 6 IMRO Radio Awards for interactive programmes, and he was inducted into its Radio Hall of Fame in 2013. In 2017, he was also awarded the Dublin Lord Mayor's Award for his contribution to Dublin society. Joe's career successes didn't happen by chance. They are a direct result of his consistent passion, integrity, his respect for people, and his dedication to his role. Joe would also be the first to say that these successes were made possible through the support of others, the many teams he worked with in radio, TV, in the research projects he undertook, and of course his family. When Joe announced his retirement from RTE in 2025, tributes came from every sector of Irish life. The Taoiseach said that Joe was and is the voice of the people, recognising the power of Joe's Lifeline programme to inform and influence government actions and responses. The President of Ireland praised Joe's lifelong commitment to justice, equality and public service, and extended the warmest of thanks on behalf of the Irish people for his remarkable contribution to public life, one that Joe shaped with empathy, insight and unwavering commitment to the voices of ordinary people. On his retirement, many members of the public thought and wished that Joe would become the next President of Ireland. He certainly has the credentials, a lifelong commitment of listening to others and advocating on behalf for a just and caring society. Joe, however, declined the offer to contest the presidency, at least on that occasion. Signing off for the last time in RTE, Joe kept it short and sweet. He said, "Love you all, it's been a privilege." Thanks to Joe, Ireland and the many causes he has championed have been similarly privileged. President, it is with great honour that I present to you Joe Duffy for the Griffith College Distinguished Fellowship Award. An ish, bhfuil an fáilte go raibh go dtí an cuid an ócáid in an run for a cáilíochtaí náisiúnta, coláiste agus idirnáisiúnta ar Vic Lane and Coláiste. I now welcome you to the part of our proceedings at which national and international awards will be conferred on graduates of the college, and I declare open this awards ceremony. Iarmar an Tullibh, Cinematography, Uachtar an Coláiste Griffith, cáilíochtaí náisiúnta agus idirnáisiúnta a bhronna ar na raibh céime atá ar Herbert ag an Coláiste. I call upon Professor Dermot Hegarty, President of Griffith College, to confer awards on the graduates of the college presented by the college for that purpose.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, can I just explain briefly the significance of this moment? You may have noticed that in my speech beforehand, I referred to you all as graduands, and that's the Latin gerund of the verb, those in course of graduation. And from now on, once these words have been uttered, you will be referred to as graduates. Now, that's not to take from you all of the effort you've put in to getting here today, all of the work, the blood, sweat, and tears that have gone through in preparing for this moment. This is just the formal conferring of your award upon you. And I do so, first of all, in the Irish language, and then for those of us who are not as fluent as we should be in our native language, I would also say the words in English. Ha ceann Coláiste Grifa, agus cóla diabhí Calíchta agus Calíchta Éireann, Willem Calíchtaí fiála málaí an Coláiste a bhain caighdeán amach I lechna Calíchtaí, agus Irim go gurtú na fiála málaí féime ráid chun gur féidir a gcuid Par Herbert dóibh go fórmúil. On behalf of Griffith College and Quality and Qualifications Ireland, I hereby confer the awards on the learners of the college who have achieved the standards determined for those awards. And I ask that those learners be presented to me so that I may formally present them with their parchments. Congratulations.
Anish Iarmar Barry Finnegan, Stewart Clár, Iarahuri a Herbert. I call upon Barry Finnegan, Programme Director, to address graduates in respect of the college's Faculty of Journalism and Media Communications programmes.
Graduates, on this wonderful day of celebration for you and your family and friends, it's important to focus on the facts, as is our wont in the journalism faculty. Research shows that employment across all forms of news, public relations, content production and digital mass media communications are set to rise by 14% over the next 10 years. Your hard work will pay off. Good times are ahead. Our faculty's graduates are working as digital communications officers and managers, PR consultants, online advertising specialists, senior social media managers, account directors and content managers. They are also working as digital content producers and public policy and government relations directors, head of content and head of news. They are also employed as senior social media managers, creative content officers, media analysts, multi-platform content coordinators, freelance writers, copywriters, digital communications executives, video editors, and as journalists, producers and presenters right across the digital media communications landscapes, websites, apps, radio, TV, podcasts and video, driving digital creativity in Ireland and in countries across the world. People are listening, reading and viewing more than ever before, and I'm confident that you, graduating today, will be the ones creating, promoting and producing that content in the years ahead. But just before you go on your journey of great communications, indulge me for one last small piece of lecture content. I want to take this opportunity to remind you of the mission statement of your Faculty of Journalism and Media Communications, which goes like this. The Faculty of Journalism and Media Communications believe in the central role that an independent, critical and reflective media has in underpinning democracy in modern society. We want to produce the graduates who have the key skills and capabilities needed to succeed professionally in a rapidly changing creative and communicative sector, while also demonstrating the academic and personal depth needed to challenge and shape society for the betterment of all. Having lectured and tutored and corrected your work for the last 1 to 3 years, I know that we've achieved our mission. So please, make use of the network of successful graduates of which you are now part. Our door is always open to you. Do stay in touch, and congratulations to you all. President, I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed programs in the Faculty of Journalism and Media Communications and who are worthy of the QQI Awards of the Bachelor of Arts in Communications and Media Production, of the Master of Arts in Journalism and Media Communications and in Journalism and Public Relations, the Master of Arts and the Postgraduate Diploma in Arts in Journalism and Digital Communications and in Public Relations and Digital Communications, the Postgraduate Diploma in Arts in TV and Radio Journalism and in Trust, Safety and Content Moderation Management. Anya Salent Fortes. No, not there. Okay, all right. We'll do it in this order instead, thanks. Oh, Jesus, that's right. Well, will we just roll on? Okay, so. Sorry, I was a little bit too eager. We're going to do the BAs first. Please forgive me.
Paddy? Well done, Barry. Congratulations. Enthusiasm. We commend it every time. I'm going to start now. Iraminisher Paddy O'Brien, Stuart Horclore, Irahori Kurnar Lawher. I call upon Paddy O'Brien, Programme Director, to present candidates in respect of the Faculty of Journalism Media Communications undergraduate programmes.
President, I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed programmes in the Journalism and Media Communications faculty and who are worthy of QQI awards in the Bachelor of Arts Honours in Communications and Media Production. Adeyemi Daniel Ogunlade. Annabelle Valerie Winata. Emily Goldstein. Festus Odeshina. Izogi Gabriela Asimatu. Musharraf Attar. Olua Fesolami Oyelohunu. Van Lai Bui. Yan Yue Chung. Yelizaveta Brehinets.
Ir Marish or Barry Finnegan, Stuart Hor Clore, Ir Horia Herbert. I call again on Barry Finnegan, Programme Director, to address and present candidates in respect of the College's Faculty of Journalism, Postgraduate and Master's programmes.
Thank you very much, Tomas. Yes, now, to continue. Amanda Silva de Oliveira. Felipe Luis Raimundo Fernandez. Georgia Jacques. Lorna Gilligan. Luis da Silva Nascimento. Margarita Gramazdina. Ru Yi Wong. Saad Ahmed Saeed. Tru Tra Tran. Lucas Bastas Zarte. And the Master of Arts in Journalism and Publication, Mario Bendito Pereira Lima. Sarah Holland. And the Postgraduate Diploma in Arts and Public Relations and Digital Communications, Ada Ben Lamar. Very welcome. And the Master of Arts in Public Relations and Digital Communications, Anita Messina. Camila Sanchez Machado. Mahnur Amjad. Roshin Lam. And Kin Rong Yi.
Irminish Tanya Doyle, Count Diva, Irhoria Herbert. I call upon Tanya Doyle, Head of Faculty, to address and present graduates in respect of the College's Faculty of Creative Arts and Screen Media.
President, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, and the class of 2025. On behalf of the teaching and technical support team in the Faculty of Creative Arts and Screen Media, I congratulate our graduates of the BA in Film, TV and Screen Media Production, BA in Photographic Media, Certificate in Screen Production, and Certificate in Digital Cinematography and Image Grading. Today is a day of celebration, marking the end of one journey and the beginning of another. Each of you have travelled a unique path to reach this milestone, overcoming obstacles, demonstrating talent, creativity, tenacity and empathy. And it is with considerable pride and pleasure we formally applaud your achievements today. Congratulations. We also acknowledge the dedication and expertise of our staff who guided you and helped you make this moment possible. Our graduates embody academic excellence and real-world practical experience. They're ready to make a lasting positive impact in their chosen discipline. Your time here in Griffith College has equipped you with the skills to adapt, to think critically, to solve problems creatively, and to work collaboratively. And we hope that you get to use these skills in every aspect of your lives. Authenticity and visual storytelling are at the heart of every creative arts endeavour. And this was evident at our end-of-year creative showcase in the Lighthouse Cinema, where you produced and screened 12 outstanding graduation films and displayed exceptional photographic books and still images as part of the week-long standing exhibition here on campus. Our students' graduation work explored powerful and unique themes and gave voice to stories that were untold. Themes ranging from identity, our connection to the natural world, and constructed memories. And stories included psychological horror films that delved into the occult, a coming-of-age comedy that captures the raw, awkward reality of adolescence, complete with exploding pimples, and a powerful documentary confronting the brutal legacy of colonialism, global exploitation, and corporate power, to highlight a few. I'd also like to take this opportunity to give a special mention to Inez Posada Karofu, who received an award by the Photography Association of Ireland as an early artist, the Early Artist Camera Award from the Photography Association of Ireland. So congratulations, Inez. Thank you. The creative process is messy, it's frustrating, but it's beautiful, and it helps us to understand ourselves and the world in new ways. And as the poet Maya Angelou put it, you can't use up creativity. The more you use it, the more you have. So as you step forward, remember this. Keep creating, keep questioning, keep telling the stories only you can tell, and the world is waiting for your vision, for your voice, for your courage. So, President, now, I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed programmes in the Faculty of Creative Arts and Screen Media and who are worthy of the QQI Awards: the Certificate in Screen Production, Certificate in Digital Cinematography and Image Grading, Bachelor of Arts in Film, TV and Screen Media Production, and Bachelor of Arts Honours in Film, TV and Screen Media Production. Certificate in Digital Cinematography and Image Grading, Adam Furlong. Ali Rajaja. Ciara Donnelly. Emmanuel OJ. Natalia Campo. Oscar O'Boyle. Pádraig Mullen. Raymond Hegarty. Shane Lawler. Van Poynton. Bachelor of Arts in Film, TV and Screen Media Production, Aaron John Smith-Moodley. Adam Thomas Mitchell. Anastasia Patsanova. Anastasia Maria Spadacino. Ivana Drick. Lena Quatoru. Rodrigo Connolly. William Notter. Bachelor of Arts Honours in Film, TV and Screen Media Production, Alina Drakonova. Amber Size. Arina Volkova. Ignacio Zigrada Cardozo. Ivan Kamalevsky. Jose Alejandro Carcamo Menendez. Maruna Emilia. Ngang Kang Lee. Polina Stefanova. Sarah Marie Darrell. Talia Mukwende. Tambo Silning Cozy.
Irmanish Sinead Murphy, Stewart Clore, Irahuri Herbert. We call upon Sinead Murphy, Programme Director, to present candidates in respect of the college's photography programmes.
President, I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed programmes at the Faculty of Creative Arts and Screen Media who are worthy of Griffith College and QQI Awards for the Bachelor of Arts in Photographic Media. Adele de Bruin. Anthony Wilson Satiawan. Photo Ireland recipient of the Early Career Artist Award, Inez Passato Catrufo. James Gillett. Lucy O'Loughlin. Nadia Kami. And Philip Troy.
Irmanish Suzanne Binley, Stewart Clore, Irahuri Herbert. I call upon Suzanne Binley, Programme Director, to present candidates in respect of the college's Leinster School of Music and Drama programmes.
President, distinguished guests, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, and graduates. The LSMD has stood as a beacon of excellence in music and drama for over a century. We have alumni in every walk of life. For example, Al Porter, a former winner of the LSMD Excellence Award for Drama, is currently celebrating a sellout tour in Dublin and across the country. This year's Excellence Award winners were Emily Mullen in Dublin for Drama and Evan Cahill in Meath for Music. Congratulations to both of them on their success. Here today, we celebrate with you, our graduates, not just on the completion of your studies, but your passion, dedication, and the creative spark that you bring to the world. Last year's higher diploma in drama education group were a lively mix of dreamers, worriers, and one solicitor who kept us in line. By week 2, they were finishing one another's sentences. By week 4, sharing lunches and lesson plans. Laughter was constant, and the roles naturally emerged. Carol was mum, with tissues and advice. Kieran, the dad, with puns and patience. Maeve, the quick-witted little sister, and Pedro, the quiet, wise uncle. Sarah was the IT spreadsheet whiz kid, and when the nerves hit, the group clapped loud enough to drown them out. And Rebecca, our class rep, kept everything running smoothly. They became more than classmates, a tiny troupe who knew each other's strengths, fears, and favourite biscuits. A small cohort, yes, but they rehearsed their way into being a family. I also had the pleasure of examining associate and licentiate diploma students on an unforgettable June Saturday, filled with poetry, prose, and drama. A candidate even flew in from Australia for the exam. As drama educators, you stand at the crossroads of creativity and learning. You inspire, ignite imagination, and foster empathy through story. You teach not just performance, but collaboration, resilience, and self-expression, all the tools the future needs to face AI head-on. As you move forward, carry with you the lessons, friendships, and memories made at the LSMD in Griffith College, Dublin. President, I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed courses in the college's Leinster School of Music and Drama and who are worthy of LSMD and QQI awards. Associate Diploma, Drama, Aisling Fox. Hazel Doolan. Patricia McCardle. Shannon Ransom. For the Higher Diploma in Arts and Drama Education, Carol McGeough. Ellen Dennis. Evie Kelly. Fiona Garrity. Maeve Ennis. Pedro Parente. Rebecca Daly. Sarah Cleary. And Sinead Giblin.
Iramanish Karen Sutton, Count Diva, Lowert Lenner, Camaha. I call upon Karen Sutton, head of the college's law faculty, to address the graduates.
Good morning, graduates of 2025, President, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I'm delighted to say a few words about this year's graduates of the Faculty of Law. Whether as an undergraduate or postgraduate learner, embarking on a course of study requires discipline, hard work, and commitment. Yet, somewhere in the space between these efforts, something more transformative occurs. You are changed by the process. Your concepts, your understanding, your perspectives, and your place in the world evolve through learning itself. When you look back, each of you will know that you leave the Faculty of Law a different person from the day you arrived. My colleagues and I have been struck by how you did not simply accept the law, but challenged, questioned, and explored it. You actively engaged in our clinical legal centre, represented the faculty as members of the Advocacy Society and the Student Free Legal Advice Clinic, participated in court visits and mock trials at the Criminal Courts of Justice, travelled to Brussels on our annual EU trip, interned through the Philadelphia Internship Programme, and contributed as caseworkers with the Irish Innocence Project at Griffith College. These achievements are a testament to the dedication, energy, and commitment of our learners. Without you, our learners, past and present, the Faculty of Law would not be what it is today. As the Faculty of Law celebrate our 30th year, each of you have played a vital role in shaping our reputation and our values. I would like to acknowledge all of our learners who committed wholeheartedly to their studies while working full-time or part-time, caring for children or loved ones, or indeed doing all of the above. This is a remarkable achievement and a true reflection of resilience and determination. For those of you who have chosen to continue your studies with us in the Faculty of Law, I thank you for continuing to place your trust in us with your legal education. On behalf of the Faculty of Law team, your programme directors, your faculty administrators, and your lecturers, I can wholeheartedly convey how very proud we are of all of you. While this is a day of celebration, I would like to take a moment to remember our learner, graduate, and friends of the faculty who passed during the last year. They will always remain with us in spirit. And finally, to our graduates, present and in absentia, we wish you every success in the future, and we hope you keep in touch. Thank you.
Inish Iramer Mary O'Driscoll, Stewart Clore, Irahori on Dovdali Corner Lawher. I call upon Mary O'Driscoll, Programme Director, to present candidates in respect of the college's Certificate in Mediation.
President, I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed the programme in the college's Faculty of Law and are worthy of QQI Awards, Certificate in Mediation. Anthony Ryan. Gillian Lawler. Lisa Edwards. Patrick O'Donnell. Patricia Radomska-Radziszewska. Safa Rusla. Shane Kelly.
Irmanish Nathan O'Regan, Stewart Clore, Irahoria Herbert. I call upon Nathan O'Regan, Programme Director, to present candidates in respect of the college's Diploma in Legal Studies and Practice.
President, I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed programs in the college's Faculty of Law and who are worthy of QQI awards, Diploma in Legal Studies and Practice. Abdi Adan. Chloe Henvey Sullivan. Deborah Royal. Jean Cahill. Jessica Fitzgerald. Katie Chester. Mary Fogarty. Nicolina Klayak.
Iramanish Precious Ababy, Stewart Clore, Irahoria Herbert. I call upon Precious Ababy, Programme Director, to present candidates in respect of the college's undergraduate law programmes.
President, I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed programs in the college's Faculty of Law and who are worthy of QQI awards for the Bachelor of Law Honours. Aaron Lally. Adrian Foley. Andrea Badau. Caroline Vrila Gąsiowski. Connell Dolan. Emma O'Hanlon. Emma Roach. Ituchime Brandon Yeche. Justin Kinnair Ertz. Kelly Russell. Lorraine Monaghan. Luke Cullen. Mary Ugochukwu. Nahad Ahmed Bajwa. Nicolette Tomlinson. Nora Masane. Olaf Savadotir. Rona Govern. Sarah Hanna. Sarah Esther Banda Gulu. Siobhan Emery Call. Syed Abdul Rahman. William Manuel Arthur Ngome Tsanga.
Irmanish Hazel Ellis Stewart Clore, Irahuri Herbert. I call upon Hazel Ellis, Programme Director, to present candidates in respect of the college's law faculties, postgraduate and master's programmes.
President, I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed programmes in the college's Faculty of Law and who are worthy of QQI awards in Postgraduate Diploma in Arts in International Commercial Law, Master of Laws in International Commercial Law, Postgraduate Diploma in Arts in International Human Rights Law, Master of Laws in International Human Rights Law, and Master of Laws in International Law. For the Postgraduate Diploma in Arts in International Commercial Law, Shadira Anyamene. Darima Badral. Now the Master of Laws in International Commercial Law, Ashar Abdul Rahman. Emel Cura. Lydia Kongai. Taiwo Adesanya. Usman Ali Boone. Postgraduate Diploma in Arts and International Human Rights Law, Clara Villar Goes. Master of Laws in International Human Rights Law, Ashfaq Ahmad. Ciara Lukeman. Patience Muthoni Waithira. Patricia Sarah Noboiga. Tayab Jahangir Khan Tareem. And the Master of Laws in International Law, Sahil Sunda. Damaris Siongwa Wambua. Ishtvan Yanvari. Jennifer Sakira Jacques. Mahmoud Nouri Khan. Sirat Anwar. Uremi Chamathka Disanayaka Warnasuria.
Nish Iramer Yvonne Farrell Stewart Clore, Lauert Linner Kemaha. And now for the final cohort of graduates here today at this graduation ceremony, I call upon Yvonne Farrell, Programme Director, to address and present graduates in respect of the college's education, learning and development programmes.
Good afternoon. President, distinguished guests, and of course, proud families here today. Welcome to our graduates of the Certificate in Education, Learning and Development, our Postgraduate Diploma in Education, Learning and Development, and our Master of Arts in Education, Learning and Development. As educators, we often talk about our learning as a journey, and this programme truly embodies this. Over the past years and months, you have not only studied the theories of education, learning and development, but you've actually lived them. You've questioned, explored, debated, reflected, and grown. You've juggled work, family, and study, often late into the night, because you believe that education can transform lives. When you first signed up for this programme, you were already curious, dedicated professionals. However, through your coursework, your research, and your collaboration, you've deepened that commitment. During your time on the programme, artificial intelligence has transformed the educational landscape. Yet you've learned that education is not simply about teaching content. It's about fostering understanding, creating environments where people feel seen and valued, and designing learning experiences that empower others to reach their potential. The lecturers from the Faculty of Teaching and Learning are here at Griffith College, many of whom are here this morning, are proud of you and are honoured to be part of your journey and your future. Also, the faculty administrators who supported you on that journey, Lauren Guy and Maria Damon, wish you every success. And actually, many of you mentioned that they were actually your secret guardian angels over this programme. So before I ask you to come forward, I ask you again to stop for a moment, notice your robes. Look out to your family who's here with you today or those online. And feel the pride that not just they feel, but all of us feel for you this morning, or this afternoon now it is at this stage. So congratulations to all in absentia, as well as you. And President, I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed the programme in the College's Faculty of Teaching and Learning and who are worthy of their QQI awards. The Certificate in Education, Learning and Development, Dennis Kennedy. Postgraduate Diploma in Arts, Education, Learning and Development, Sean DeClain. Tom Johnson. And the Master of Arts in Education, Learning and Development, Aidan O'Brien. Annette Lidby. Caroline Bennis. Elizabeth Demine. Jenny McKenna. Paul Finnegan.
Before we conclude our conferring of awards, I'd like to invite everyone to give a special round of applause to all our graduates here and online. Now that our graduates have all been conferred with their awards, I would like to invite Mr. Joe Duffy, holder of the Griffith College Distinguished Fellowship Award, to address the graduates.
Accorder President, academics and fellow graduates, family and friends. The last time I stood on this site was 37 years ago. The year was 1992. Dermot was here, I was here, both of us in Wellington's, designer Wellington's, and I was doing a report for the Gayborn show on this man's plan to set up a third level college. Now, as you could see today, as Dermot spoke individually and gracefully with every single graduate, he's crippled by shyness. He really is. And by the way, it's the first time I've ever seen that done. It's a lovely gesture. It's a lovely gesture at a graduation. Dermot was crippled by shyness when we stood on this site 37 years ago as part of the Gayborn show. The Gayborn show went on for 2 hours that day. Dermot went on for 3 hours that day. And this was a man who was evangelical about third level education. And remember, the Ireland of the 1990s, it's not too far back, the Ireland of the 80s and 70s, there were less than 10 third level institutions in the country. In the Ireland of the 1990s, for example, the colleges that have been set up, UCD, I know it came from Cardinal Newman, etc., but you had to go back 400 years to 1592, not 1992, 1592, to find a college set up by one individual. So Dermot's predecessor in setting up a college in Ireland was Queen Elizabeth I, who set up Trinity College in 1592. And as you know, Queen Elizabeth I, her mother was Anne Boleyn. That ended badly. And her father was Henry VIII. So Dermot, you are a remarkable man. You really are a remarkable man to have set up this third level institution. I even see today, in today's Irish Independent, there's an interview with a young Indian man called Manrit Sharma. He now works for Transport for Ireland. He's a TikTok sensation as well, apparently, for his music and his dancing. Manrit talked about coming to Ireland 20 years ago, in today's newspaper, coincidentally, and he said, I knew nobody in Ireland, and I'm coming along the South Circular Road, and I saw this new college. And I went in and I enrolled, obviously after a few months, he had jobs and money to collect. I enrolled in Griffith College and I graduated in accountancy and finance. Just another example of one person's life being changed by this magnificent institution. So it's a deep honour and a privilege to receive this fellowship, to be recognised by an institution to learning. Brings me full circle back to the very roots of what shaped me and the transformative form and power of education. My own journey in education began in the most unassuming of places, in a schoolroom in Ballyfermot run by the De La Salle brothers, It was not a place of privilege or plenty, but it was a place of promise. And that promise for me was embodied in one person, one teacher, and his name was Michael Long. He was bright, effervescent, endlessly curious. To us boys in our little grey uniforms and hand-me-down jumpers, he seemed almost mystical and mythical, almost immaculate, with his silver grey hair, his grandfather watch, his waistcoat, and his braces. But what made him truly extraordinary was not his appearance, it was his belief in the power of the human mind. He taught us far more than what was on the page. He taught us to wonder. He taught us, for example, he used to draw a crossword on our school board. He'd construct a crossword on our school board every Friday, and we'd all have to copy it down, and whoever got the crossword first got a threepenny bit, believe it or not. And he believed that the smallest act of learning could change a life. At one stage, he said to me, I was the most curious boy in the class. Now, I thought he meant inquisitive, but the other lads told me, no, he meant odd. You're the mod. So, and that word has come up here so many times today, which is just incredible. Curiosity, the simple desire to know more, has been my compass ever since. And that is what education is, not the accumulation of facts, but the awakening of curiosity, and not the memorization of answers, but the courage to ask questions. Education is a quiet revolution that happens inside us, the spark that can turn a shy and grey school child into a thinker, a worker, a dreamer, and sometimes a dreamer into a graduate. When I look back, I see that transformation everywhere. In that Ballyfermot classroom, we were just children drawing crosswords from a school board, competing for the small prize of a threepenny bit. But what we really won was much greater. We discovered that learning itself was the prize. Today, as I stand here among scholars, educators, and fellow graduates, I think of that young boy sitting at the wooden desk, watching the teacher draw a crossword on a board, and realise that every great achievement begins with a teacher who cares, a student who dares, and a moment when curiosity catches fire. It's not just a preparation for life. Education is life. It is the thread that connects our beginnings to our becoming. It lifts us beyond circumstances and showed what we might yet be. So to the teachers who see potential where others see limitations, thank you. To the students who persist, who question, who dare, keep going. And to those who believe, as Mr. Long did, that learning can transform a life, you are the true architects of a better world. And I'd also remind people, in that Ireland of the 1990s, Dermot made a point about grants and so many students being excluded from even applying for a grant, for a grant from Susie, which is a scandal. But in the Ireland of the 1990s, regardless of your income, regardless of how impoverished you were, unless you had 4 honours in your leaving cert, I don't know whether people remember it or not, you couldn't, even though your course might only need 2 honours, but unless you had 4 honours in one sitting at the leaving cert, you couldn't even apply for a grant. That was the Ireland we lived in. So to all of you entering through this milestone today, the world doesn't just need people who can pass tests. It wants people and needs people who can think, care, and act. Education gives you that chance. Take it, shape it, and never stop learning who you are. Now, education is not just about books or classrooms. It is the spark that begins inside you. It's about curiosity, the restless voice that says why. It's about courage, the quiet strength to say, as so many of your lecturers have said here today, this can be better. When I suggested a number of years ago on Liveline that the biggest objectors, that all third level students should be eligible to apply for a grant, and in fact all third level students should be financially supported because it is for the benefit of society. Bizarrely, the biggest objection to that proposal, that third level education, just like second level education, should be free. Some of the biggest objectors were academics who, in their own way, they were on a number of programs, they knew their children were going to get to third level. But I wanted everyone who wanted to go to third level, who desired to go to third level, should be given that chance. So to all of you beginning your journey in education, remember your voice matters, your ideas matters. Learning is not about being the best, it's about becoming your best self. Carry that spark with you wherever you go. Let it light your path, and then one day, just like Mr. Long, it will light the way for others too. We do not inherit the future, as the President said earlier, we build it. One idea, one act of courage, one moment of learning at a time. The story of progress is not written by crowds, but by individuals who begin and believe that their small difference matters. Because one person, just one, can light a fire that warms generation, and then you gather people around you of like-minded, and then it becomes a movement. Let us never lose faith in the power of education, nor in the power of one life. Within each one of us is the power to lift others, to give voice to the voiceless, to be that single thread of hope in this great fabric, this great tapestry of community, and this great, great country. My mother, who died recently, my mother was born after this state was founded. She was born in 1926. On the day she was born, in our national parliament, they were talking about the abolition of workhouses. She lived in 19 different places before she was 19. She can't remember ever going to school. She cannot remember ever going to school. She could not read or write till the day she died, tragically. And that's our lifetime. That's our lifetime. That's how far this great country has come. And since I retired a few weeks ago, I was travelling around the country, and what has struck me, apart from people coming up to me saying, "Did you used to be Joe Duffy?" I still am Joe Duffy. Apart from people coming up to me saying, "Did you used to be Joe?" is the amount of the beauty of a lot of the public buildings. There's so many more. I know people would say Liveline was the conduit for this, but we are in a great, great country. We are in a great country in terms of our beliefs in education than we were 100 years ago. And to the graduates here, as has been pointed out, remember, one stranger can become a friend, one act can become a movement, and one life lived with purpose can truly change the world. Education, whether formal or self-driven, is portrayed as a liberating force that fosters potential and personal growth, social awareness, and upward mobility. It gives people from modest beginnings the chance to better themselves and see the world in new ways. So to the teachers who see potential where others see limitations, as I said, thank you. To the students who persist, who question, who dare keep going, and all of you who believe, as Mr. Long did, that learning can transform a life, you are the true architects of a better world. If there's one message I leave you with today, it is this: never underestimate the power of one teacher, one friend, one student, one moment of inspiration, or one act of learning. They can, and they do, change everything. Good to Mahagud.
Ian Erica, a gwine uisle, Coram Creaclish and Sharman Shaw, Condavactani of Runner, Keynote Colashte, Baron Wakeus Live Galair. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the ceremony for the purpose of conferring awards on the graduates of the college. My best wishes and thanks to you all. Last year, Griffith College proudly celebrated its 50th anniversary since its foundation in 1974. Over the past 5 decades, we've been delighted to graduate more than 40,000 students with nationally and internationally accredited awards across a wide range of disciplines in accountancy, business, computing, design, drama, education, engineering, healthcare, journalism, and media, law, music technology, pharmaceutical, business, psychology, and visual and creative arts. While today's graduates are here with us, I'd like to take this opportunity to briefly mention the Griffith College Alumni Network. With Griffith College graduates living in Ireland, Europe, and in over 120 countries worldwide, the network is an excellent way to stay in touch with classmates, fellow graduates, and the college. The network is also proving to be a valuable resource for recent graduates seeking or changing employment. We're also delighted to see our graduates from early years using the network to recruit Griffith graduates to meet their own organisation's needs. Details about the network are available online and on Griffith Alumni Network. On behalf of the college, after the academic procession, I would like to invite all of the guests of the graduates here today to enjoy a glass of wine, cup of tea or coffee and refreshments in the college's restaurant to celebrate the graduates' achievements together in style. For now, we wish you every joy and happiness in celebrating your success with your close friends throughout the day, and as a token, we have small boxes of chocolates for everyone as we head our separate ways. Please stand for the academic procession.